Hi guys, welcome back to podcast. So for today's video, I will be reviewing this model. So what I got here is the Thrill of Collectors, and it is the Ferrari 488 Pista. I've already reviewed my first TOC or Thrill of Collector Ferrari 488 Pista, which is in a blue color, a TDF blue. I've got a video on my channel also, but for now I will review another 488 Pista in a different color. This time is the Rosso Fuoco, and this one is not the regular release. I've got this one like a couple months ago, and the seller said that this one is an exclusive model. It is limited to like 500 pieces, but I'm not really sure on the validation of that limited edition, because I don't have the numbering of the model here on the box. So let's just assume that this model right here is indeed a limited 500 pieces in the world. But yeah, anyway, let's talk about the packaging first. So the packaging is pretty much the same as my previous TOC 488 Pista. So at the front we got the brand name, of course, the Thrill of Collectors, and then the silhouette of the model, which is the 488 Pista, and then on the left bottom we got the Thrill of Collector diecast 164 FE 488 Pista, because this brand doesn't have the Ferrari license. They don't put the Ferrari naming on the box or on the model, so they just went with the FE and then the 164. And on the side I've already shown you the 488 Pista in Rosso Fuoco with the model code right there, and on the other side is blank. And then on the top we got the Thrill of Collector with the logo right there, and on the back it is pretty much the same one as on the front. And on the bottom there is just these warning signs and some other signs that not really important. So yeah, let's just open this model and take a look at the Ferrari 488 Pista. So the packaging came in this style. It's pretty much very similar to the BBR Model 64 from Mini GT, even down to this bubble packaging inside. But on the TOC we have this extra packaging with this plastic sleeve to protect the models. So this is what the model looks like. Let's zoom in first. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay. So yeah. This is the Rosso Fuoco color. I think 488 Pista from TOC have already released the Rosso Fuoco color in the regular releases, but this one is the limited edition one. And the difference is that this version has the Italian stripings on the center, while the regular one doesn't have this striping. Instead, they just have the two white stripes, I think, on the center, not this Italian flag striping, which is pretty cool. And then yeah, let's talk about the model starting from the front. So the front lights itself, it's the same one as the regular one. They still have this plastic insert for the headlights, and that is pretty cool, pretty detailed. And then on the bottom we got this very neatly done carbon fiber for the aero parts, like the front canards and the front air intakes, and that is pretty cool. But let me just try to set the light a bit better. You'll see that. So yeah, the carbon fiber is pretty damn good on the front, and you could also see that the paint is amazing. Like you could see the reflections. It is pretty nice to see and pretty nice to kind of like take a shot at. And then moving on to the sides. So another thing that differentiates this special edition or limited edition model from the regular one is that this model has a gold painted wheels instead of the silver or the black ones that was released in the regular model. And then you could also see behind the wheels is that there is a yellow calipers with the disc brakes, which is pretty cool. And then on the rear wheels, it's pretty much the same. And then moving on to the back. So yeah, the back is pretty much just like the regular 48 Pista. There's nothing much different because the carbon fiber here is also visible on the regular models, and that is pretty cool thing. Yeah, you could also see the details in there. That is really cool. And then you could also see that the finishing on the wheels is pretty neat also, that like you could see the shiny of this type of gold or bronze wheels. And then for the top, you could also see that this model has a very nicely done engine details on the back, like they all covered in this carbon fiber printed tampo with the red detailings underneath it. And yeah, I think, and you could also see again the paint finishing is beautiful, like the reflection and the clear is very smooth, I must say. And then another thing that to kind of like differentiate this special edition compared to the regular one is that this version has a painted interior. Like you could obviously see that this one was painted in this kind of like tan or brown color for the dashboard and the bucket seats. So yeah, that kind of like make a very nice separation for the interior. Instead of just a plain black plastic, they put another color inside, so you could also see the interior better with this bright color. And yeah, where is it? Oh yeah, so like another TOC models, the Ferrari ones, this model also received a separate decals for all the Ferrari emblems. Like you could put some of the logo at the front, and then on the side here, right here on the fender, and then the prancing horse on the right, prancing horse here on the front, and then the Ferrari emblem here near the side, near the rear window, and then the Ferrari, the yellow one, the Ferrari logo, you could also put it here on the side and also here on the bumper. So you will receive this decals that are included with the pieces, the box. You could also see that there is also a decals for the center cap of the wheels, and then you also have a spare one each for the front and the rear, I mean on the side. And then this one is for the emblem on the rear window and also on the front air intakes. So yeah, make sure that if you buy a TOC, make sure to ask about the decals, because if they don't have the decals, then I think it's not really worth it to buy the models, because why would you buy a Ferrari with no logos on it? Like, I mean, right? So yeah, I think that's about it for this video. So this is the thrill of collectors Ferrari Ferrari 488 Pista in Rosso Fuoco, and this particular one is the limited edition. The seller said that this one is a one of 500 pieces in the world, but I'm not really sure. So yeah, I think that's about it for this video, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.